What's good, y'all, and welcome to another vid. You see this Saturday banner right here? We have another ancient banner, and it's Toreador and Yova. Is it bait? Is this banner huge bait? And also, why does it give me kind of this unwell feeling deep down? Let's talk about it, though. First, why is this banner so incredible just from like a raw number standpoint, alright? Usually you rate up one lord, which would be a weight of 20, and then you divide it by the number of lords, which is obviously 20, plus the additional you add into the pool, so 39. Overall, if you have a single rate up, you have a 51.2% chance of pulling the hero. So for example, on a Yova banner with just Yova and someone else, you would have a 50-50 chance of pulling said Yova. Especially with Yova now getting more and more important in gear rate 3, in tower. It's getting to the point where you kind of really want him, right? It's like Araka is barely usable, Epic Lord is not enough, Yova he's him, right? But now comes the part of why this banner is so incredible but also so concerning, and that is we have two lords rated up, which is Toreador and Yova, so a rate of 40, and then we'll divide by the whole total pool. In this case, it's going to be 58 because we're adding in the additional, or better said, there's two units that are already rated up, right? So we have to subtract them from the total pool of 20, and that gives us plus 18, the remaining 18 lords. And if you look at this, you realize that you have a 68.9% chance of your unit to be a rated up unit, which means it's 7/10. It's over 2/3 a chance of you pulling one of the featured units rather than one of the non-featured units. Now, the big issue with this is we have to divide by 2, and overall you only have a 34.4% chance of pulling the unit that you truly want. So, easy conclusion for the moment, for now. If you already have Toreador, and if you don't desperately need Yova and don't have the resources to spare, this should be a no-go. And the reason for this is also because we're 4 weeks. We're 4 weeks out from anniversary, make it 5 at the latest. The celebrations should probably also start kicking off within like the next 2 to 3 weeks. And this whole weekend is just deeply suspicious. Am I the only one? Because we're looking at a lucky pick invocation with a top tier hero where you can select another top tier hero. We obviously have the standalone 2x divine banner. But then also hidden right here, you have a Nation Divine banner, which guarantees you that the legendary hero you summon through this Nation is a unowned hero. So especially with all the rates being equalized, this is an incredible opportunity for you to get one of these Nation heroes. It might, especially with the rates obviously being confirmed at this point, it might just be the best Nation banner ever, right? I guess we also have to talk about the Nation banner. But this whole weekend feels like it's too good, right? The real question is, why is this weekend so good? Huh? Overall, it also targets all. It targets all our resources. So, these ones is pretty much, if you don't have the blues to spare, if you want to save on anniversary, if you want to get there, don't summon on this banner. Leave your blues out of it. This one, if you don't want to summon for it, especially if you already have a Toreador, if you already have a Toreador, you only have a 34% chance, 1 in 3. Also, pretty much something you can skip. They want your blues, they want your reds, and now they also want your divines. Though, on the other hand, if you have any divines at all, this is by far going to be the best divine banner you will find, depending on how evolved your account already is, right? The way you have to do this here this time is honestly super simple. Because with the rarity and the weights being equalized, just look at it. How many units do you want? How many don't you want? let's say, for example, you have 5 units you want, you have 10 units you don't want, which means you have a 66% chance of getting disappointed. Is it worth it to you? Honestly, in most cases, even at a 33% chance of only getting something useful, this is by far the best divine banner you're gonna find. So they really want all our resources. They want our blues, they want our reds, and they also want our divines. I don't know, suspicious. Makes you feel like there's something big boom coming within like next 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks, because why would they want our resources that badly right now anyway? So overall, once again, blues only if you can afford it, but this is something you can skip, especially if you already have a Fercy. If you don't have a Fercy, let me already make this clear. Just pick Nerissa and Fercy as a duo summon on this banner if you don't have a Fercy. If you already have a Torador, if you don't, this is also easier skip, but this one you really shouldn't pass up on it unless you're in a situation where you have one unit you want and then like 9-10 others that you really would absolutely hate, despise to get. That would be like the only reason I can see to skip this Nation Divine Summoning banner. This is an awful weekend. Is this an awful weekend for those of us or those of you that are resource starved? Because they really want all your resources. Now, I guess for the last part, honestly, this is something you all have to do for yourself, right? Look into it. Check how many heroes do you have that you want, how many heroes that you don't. I can't really help you there. It's a flat out simple situation of having more or less, and then are you fine with the risk? I can't really like, because it would be a case by case. At that point you would need to list me out all the legends you're missing and then ask in the comments like, oh, is this good? And I would be like, yes, no. If you want to do it in the comments, but case by case, right? Now for this ancient banner on the other hand though, this might sound weird, but as great as Yova is, I would have said it would be a great banner if it was only Yova rated up. But with Yova and Torador both being rated up, no. Like, only really justified if you're a heavy spender and really already don't have a Yova. Or if you specifically don't have Yova and Torador. If you don't have Yova and Torador, top banner, and go for it. You probably can't do a lot wrong. Unless they want our reds for a reason. So there could still be something on the anniversary. You know the deal. What are they doing with us, huh? What have we done to deserve this? But yeah, honestly, super simplified. As great as Yova is and as relevant as he's becoming, which is quite a lot, it's still not to the point where I would say it's justified to pull on a banner if you already have Torador. Like, as great as Torador is, the Awakenings, you don't care. You don't care about these Awakenings. Yes, the A2, alright, but it pushes your damage back like minimal value. Anything A3 and above is already you having pulled too many Toradors, unless we're talking heavy GVG. Same is true once again for you GVG folks that just want to push that Yova BP, that need these extra Awakenings. Keep in mind you're looking at the worst odds possible to get a Yova, unless we're talking about a triple Lord Raider banner, which, I don't know, at this point, might as well not make it a raid up at all. Yeah. I guess this is the banner situation, right? These are my thoughts on these banners, on the whole situation. If you think, or if you have anything else that you specifically think I missed and others need to know, let me know down below. If there's anything specifically grand that I missed, I'll obviously pin your comment just so it's more viewable. And yeah, it's a rough weekend. It gets only rougher the less resources you have. And as always, we see each other in the next one. Peace.